What's up, guys? Dulce here. Today I am going to give you 5 ways to keep your blood sugar under control. Now, this is super important if you're somebody that is looking for fat loss or just for great health in general. Keeping your blood sugar under control is crucial. So I'm going to give you 5 tips on how you can do this on a daily basis, or even if you know that you're going to overindulge one day, you're going out for the weekend or out for dinner one night, you can use these tips, okay? So my first tip is to go on a walk after a big dinner. So by simply walking, you're gonna be using up that glucose, those carbs that you just ate. It's also gonna help with digestion, lower your blood sugar. There are just so many benefits when it comes to walking. So you can go around the block 20 to 30 minutes, and that is gonna give you, it's gonna help you so much in feeling less bloated and just feeling better after your meal. The second tip is to have apple cider vinegar. So you can either do that before or after your meal. So if you do it before, that acidity is gonna help break down the food that you're eating. And if you do it after too, if you feel bloated, if you feel like you overate, having that tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and it's gonna aid with that digestion, lower your blood sugar. So keep that in mind if you know you're gonna be going out and about and you don't wanna feel yucky the next day. Another tip is for you to just surround your meals with protein and fat. So if you know that you're gonna have a very heavy carb meal or you're gonna enjoy yourself one night, just make sure that during the day or around that meal, you have more healthy proteins like just meats and chickens, turkey, fish, things like that, and then healthy fats. So, avocados and more nut stuff, not really carbs around. Because again, you wanna make sure that you're not just spiking your blood sugar all day long. So surround that meal by just protein and healthy fats, minimize the carbs. Another thing that I would suggest you do on a daily basis, just to help control your blood sugar, is to breathe correctly. So a lot of us, we don't realize our breathing is not correct, and that's why we feel so antsy and anxious and overwhelmed. So when we aren't breathing or we feel stressed, our insulin rises, right? And our cortisol rises, and our blood is rushed with insulin. Our glucose elevates, and that's because we go into that fight and flight response, right? So if we're not utilizing that, right? If our blood sugar is raising because we're high strung and we're stressed out, we're gonna be storing that. And for most women, we store it here in the belly, okay? So with breathing, by just making sure that we're keeping if we feel overwhelmed, we're breathing correctly, that's going to help us tremendously. Even just taking 5 deep breaths, so in through your nose, holding it for a few seconds, out through your mouth, you're going to feel so much better, and that's going to help with your stress levels, with your cortisol levels, therefore with your blood sugar levels. And lastly, guys, your sleep. So I'm sure you've realized if you don't sleep well one night, the next day you are craving sugar and carbs, or if you stay up too late, that's when you start getting the munchies, right? And you want to have all this sugar. If you're tired, if you're not recovering, if you're not sleeping well, your body is going to crave more of that stuff, and you're going to want to eat more of that stuff. So by sleeping well, recovering, that's going to help you just have a better, it's just going to set you up for success for your day. When you sleep, so many things happen. It's not just for you to just close your eyes and nothing happens. It's literally the most important part of your day. That's when your brain cleanses itself. It's when our hormone production is happening. There's so much great stuff that happens in your sleep. So aim for 6 to 8 hours of great quality sleep, and I guarantee you are going to feel so much better with your stress levels, with your blood sugar levels, with everything. All right, guys, so those are my 5 tips on keeping your blood sugar under control on a day-to-day basis. And remember, this is super important if you're looking for fat loss and just overall health. So number 1, take a walk after a big dinner or after a big meal. Number 2, take apple cider vinegar either before or after, just 1 tablespoon. Number 3, surround that meal by more protein and healthy fats. Number 4, you want to breathe and not be stressed every day. And number 5, make sure you're getting good quality sleep.